Hey guys, it's Lisa here from Arcane and Stellar with a weekly pick a card prediction. So I used to do these a long time ago. I think the last time I probably did one was over a year ago. I used to love to do them, but unfortunately they never seemed to get very many views. Of course, back then my channel was much smaller. And even though I have a lot of subscribers now, I still don't pull in all the views, always. It just depends on the video. But I don't know. I just really feel like doing these. I'm going to test it out. I'll see. I'm not promising it'll become a regular thing, but I feel like I want to do one, so I'm going to do one. Just be authentic, right? And go for it. So, with that being said, guys, this is going to be a look at what you can expect in the week ahead of you. And we have 4 piles as usual. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Take your time, pick your pile, and I will be, putting the timestamps down below. And if you do want to have a personal reading with me, that's always available through my Etsy store or through purchasing something off my Amazon wish list. I have 2 of those. And if you do purchase something off my Amazon wish list, please leave me an email or an Instagram so I can get a hold of you so I can set up a reading with you. But yeah, that's what I've got. And I'm wishing you all a very blessed and happy week with lots of progress and forward movement. Okay? See you in your reading. Hey guys, if you chose pile number 1 with the rose quartz, this is your reading. So let's find out what's happening for you over the course of the next week. Let's see. Ooh, we've got the healing witch. So it's definitely some healing going on this week. You could be healing your body or your mind or your soul, your heart. There could be just an emphasis on healing and repairing yourself, perhaps, in some kind of way. And if not, maybe there's a call for you to focus on healing, to take care of yourself, to nurture yourself, to maybe go out and do something that makes you feel good, do things that make you feel good in general. So maybe whether that's watching a new TV show or, reading some good books or something, whatever kind of brings you good energy and makes you feel calm and peaceful. Ooh, we have uncertainty. Choose who you will become. So it seems like this week you will be faced with some choices in regards to who you want to be, the life you want to live as well. So that's interesting. I wonder, maybe some of you have already been going through this and it's sort of been something that you've been dealing with. There might be a culmination this week, or there might just be some progress happening. Let me see. So we have South Node, Life's Debts. Okay, there we go, guys. It seems that some of you are going through a transition in your life right now where you are perhaps leaving something behind. The South Node can represent something that's very long-standing and comfortable for us. The South Node is usually something that isn't really meant to be in our path. It's meant to kind of... we're meant to go towards the North Node, and sometimes the South Node can bog us down. It can keep us down, and there might be something in your life that isn't part of your path, and you may know it, and some of you may have already lost this thing, or it's, left your life, or you're in the process of leaving it. Now, this could be, of course, for so many different people that could be watching this. This could be a relationship. It could be your job, your plans in life, or where you're just kind of at right now. I would definitely encourage you to go check out your North and South Node in astrology and see where they lie. Okay, we have gray. Endings are inevitable. It does seem that many of you are dealing with an ending of some kind. Very strongly. And we have grieving as well. Okay, yeah. So, man, what are you guys grieving? And we have mural. Be your own first priority. I didn't take any. I forgot to take some tarot cards, so we'll definitely get some cards there. I forgot to take some for this pile, clearly. Oh gosh, I feel like a lot of you are just in a healing place right now. You're trying to perhaps pull yourself together, get through something. I feel like you guys are either putting off an ending, have been through an ending in the past, or are currently going through an ending. There's definitely a sense of endings here, of healing, of perhaps uncertainty about the future, about what you'll be without this thing. Because I will say the South Node, very comfortable energy. It's easy for us to fall in this pattern. And it can be really scary when we try to pull away from things that are represented by the South Node. Now, for some of you, this may just be a metaphor for what you're going through. It may not literally be connected to your astrology, of course. But I can definitely sense that there's something that you need to detach from, and it's part of your path. Something about it perhaps wasn't. Oh, look at 5 of Cups. So I can see that you guys are really sad about something. I'm sorry that you're feeling down. If you're feeling down and watching this, it's hard to let go of things, especially when they've been there. South Node really can represent things that are long-standing. So some of you might be letting go of something that's been there for a long time, you know, in your life. Or it's been something that you've clung onto. Maybe an idea you've had for a long time, or a person. Okay, yeah, we have a painful ending here with the 10 of Swords. So again, it seems like a lot of you are letting go of something, and there's some healing coming in this week, though. I do feel like we're going to get some positive messages, because I do feel like you guys are in a sad place right now, for the most part. A lot of you that are going to be watching this. You could even have some self-doubt here with the Devil at times. You may, in fact, the thing about the South Node is that it can be such a pull on us, that we feel like we don't deserve better, or that we can't get better, or that we can't, you know, have better, whether, you know, in whatever, it's in whatever realm it's in. There's just this, I feel like there's some kind of pull. There's a pull here too. But you have to remember here that some of this is just too tempting. And at the end of the day, with that mural, it's like, be your own first priority. You might need to keep reminding yourself of that when you get pulled back in by this, whatever this is. There's this quote that comes to my mind. The 8 of Cups. Yeah, there's emotional walking away. You're walking away from something, and see, there's so much potential still. The cups aren't spilled, and it may seem like there's so much left for this, but I promise you, as you walk this path away from it, you're going to find so much more. And you may be starting to see that this week, hopefully. I hope some of you might see this, you know, sort of a light at the end of the tunnel. But even if you're not really quite there yet, but yeah, there's the 6 of Swords. So definitely, I do see you guys coming to a bit of a calmer place. You might be, I do encourage you guys as much as possible, especially with the 6 of Swords and the Healing Witch, take time for yourself, and in your, be your own first priority mural. I do feel like, definitely understand that this is a choice that has to be made, or had to be made for you in some way, because it's not part of your plan. It's not part of your higher good. It's not part of your happy ending. Okay? And I feel like you're going to have, again, much happier things in the future. I think you're going to a better place, but you're still kind of stuck in the negative parts, or you're just kind of, you know, wavering through this. I would say, again, like I said, with the 6 of Swords and the Healing Witch, do as much as you can this week to just take care of yourself. You know what I mean? As much as possible. And for some of you, there's actually I'm going to link something down in the description box for you guys, some Reiki for cord removal and for maybe heartbreak. For those of you that might need it, listen to it. What is pile number we need to know for this week? Be present. Use the hours, don't count them. So don't let, you know, your grieving, for instance, kind of keep you from doing things, okay? Try to occupy yourself. Use your hours. Don't count them. Again, maybe you guys just need to binge watch something good, you know, or something like that. We have release, lighten your load. So releasing as much as possible as well this week. And I feel like this is ultimately going to lighten your load in the future. Yep, and we have relaxed, delight, and powdered gold sunshine. So again, there's this energy of needing to be present in your life and in your current situations, not living in the past, not obsessing about the future, but just focusing on the here and now and what you can do to feel better in the here and now, what you can do to release the pain in your current circumstances through each minute of the day, or whenever you start to feel down about it. Just use those moments to kind of find a release for yourself, to distract perhaps, or to feel better. We also have relax again, so delight in the powdered gold sunshine. Focus on relaxing as much as possible. Like I said, I feel this urge for you guys to just kind of take care of yourself this week, and be gentle with yourself. Spend time with friends maybe, or that type of stuff. So let's get some charms. So we got the charm box out here. Okay. What the heck is it? Oh, okay, it's my lighter. Okay. So we've got Belle. What is this? An egg. Grandmas are great. A heart. Cancer. Yeah, for some of you with Libra here, this could be a relationship that you're mourning. Oh my gosh, interesting. Elephants. Elephants have very long or expansive memories. They have very good memories. So again, it might be a lot of memories here about something that felt really homey or family-like to family life. For some of you, this might be family. Others of you, though, it's just something that maybe you've held on to for a long time. There's been a lot of dedication in whatever this is. It might be a long-standing problem or a long-standing issue. We have Lion. So this can represent being brave, being courageous, taking charge, making your own self priority. Leo also comes up with the lion. So again, engaging in creativity, maybe hobbies and stuff like that. It could be very good and healing for you. Movies, by the way, could also be very healing. TV and stuff like that. Maybe it's just good to kind of just distract yourself a little bit. Let's see. We have 2 books out here. So again, book reading. Some of you might need to just read a good book. We have Wuthering Heights and Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. So with Wuthering Heights, well, that talks about quite the love story, if you guys have read it. I read it when I was a teenager, and actually I want to reread it because I hated that book. I thought it was terrible. And I love classic books. I do like them. And it was actually one of my least favorites, including with Gone with the Wind. I hate Gone with the Wind. Or, I don't hate it. I just found it very, I remember reading it when I was pregnant with my daughter. And I was, I guess, about 20 then. And I thought, man, Scarlett's such a bitch. I don't know. I just thought she was really demanding and rude. But anyways, Wuthering Heights is one of those ones that I remembered as being a bummer. Or something. There was just, and I want to reread it now to see my perspective as 15 years later, and see how I feel about it now. But again, there's tragedy here in this story, and with Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, again, confusion, not understanding exactly where things are going. There could be just there's a little bit of perhaps an incubation period here, I think, here with the egg, and you're going through some changes here with okay, I see a lot of home life stuff here, okay? So again, family might be prevalent because we do have Libra, we have Cancer as well. Cancer is telling me that you are feeling quite sensitive. You may be a bit withdrawn or something, or you're keeping a lot of it inside. Don't be shy to kind of release it a little bit. For some of you, this is about home, about roots, about family. For some of you, this is about partnership perhaps, or a relationship. That's just for some of you. It doesn't have to be that, but we have a heart here. So again, I feel like a lot of you have a very soft heart, and some of you, we have Belle. So some of you might identify with Belle, or find this princess to be someone that you identify with a bit. Belle is also a book reader, by the way. Some of you might like to read or need to read. Belle's very loving, you know, and she loves people despite their flaws. Um, but she also knows when to stand up for herself too. So maybe there's some of that energy you need to take in for yourself, especially if you've let people run over you. We definitely, I do feel like there's a lot of, they're here to second chance messages. So there's more chances in the future. This isn't your last opportunity. This isn't your last relationship. This isn't your last anything, or your last bit of happiness that you're losing, or your last bit of whatever it is in your life that's going on. The falling leaf, first of all, tells me that, yeah, with this ending, you know, there will be a spring again, and a new life will come, and new opportunities, especially with Mario here too. This talks about extra opportunities in life, new opportunities coming. And I do feel like you're more invincible than you think you are. You have more power than you think you are. And this ending is actually unlocking something for you in your life. So, and we also have a message from a grandma. So some of you might have a past grandma, or you need to call grandma, or you spend time with grandma this week. Okay? This is that's what that represents for me. So I am just wishing you guys the biggest, you know, well, I'm not wishing you guys, I'm giving you guys the biggest hug, and I'm wishing you lots of blessings this week. Take care of yourselves, okay? And I will, you know, see you all in the next reading, okay? Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you chose pile number 2 with the opalite, this is your reading. So, let's find out what's happening for you this week. What kind of energy can you expect coming in the week ahead? So we have the marriage witch. That's interesting. Some of you might be focusing on your marriage if you're married. For others of you, you might be thinking about marriage. There could be somebody in your life getting married, or again, you might be thinking about what you want to manifest. And by the way, we have a new moon coming up on the 20th, so in it's going to be in Cancer, I think, if I remember correctly. That's actually when I post this, so do those in manifestation lists if you're interested in manifesting love. Let's see here. We've also got the right way, learning to create what you desire. So some of you might be actually focusing on your desires and trying to manifest them. How can you create what you want in your own life? So some of you might be taking some kind of courses, or like maybe researching something, or trying to figure out how to go about something that you want to do in your life. In general, for some of you, it just might be researching different places you want to live. Like, it can go to so many directions with the general reading, of course, but there's definitely this focus on creating the life that you want, creating what you want in your life, in manifesting it into reality. Okay? Yeah, and for some of you, of course, this is going to have to do with, finding that life partner that you want to find. We also have Leo, I will. So Leo energy, very bright, very shiny, and I feel like a lot of you could be focusing on hobbies. Some of you might be trying to figure out how to make a hobby something that makes you money. For some of you, living a life that's more authentic in terms of feeling really happy in what you're doing. Some of you might be focusing on creativity this week as well. We might have some of you that really like to entertain, or, of that type of nature. Also, Leo can represent children, 5th house children, so some of you might be creating with children this week, or as well, we have the idea of romance with Leo as well. 5th house, romance, dating, and stuff like that. So some of you might be thinking about that. Dating and all that kind of stuff. We also have library. Take control of your own narrative. So it seems that there's a desire here to get with the learning to create what you desire. Don't be a marionette for other people. Find out what you want, what makes you happy. With Leo energy, sometimes it's okay to be a little bit selfish and not exactly do what other people want. So maybe that's something that you need to focus on in your life a little bit as well. You write your own book. You don't have to let you're the creator in your own play, basically, and you don't need to let other people control the narrative for you, or what the storyline is, or how it's going to go. Okay. We also have empowerment and courage. So I love this because it seems like, and I love the lion and the courage card because we have Leo. So a lot of creative energy, a lot of courage perhaps. Maybe you're garnering the courage to kind of take control in some way to start pursuing some kind of goal. And that might start with, learning something this week, or trying to do some research, or putting some actual effort into things. If you want to write a book, you're actually starting to write those pages. If you're, wanting to create a YouTube channel, you're starting to think, okay, what am I going to do? Or how am I going to do it? Or can I do this new topic? Or can I do this? So let's get some cards for you, because I forgot to pull tarot for you. I pulled some for the other piles, and I forgot for 1 and 2. So, Spirit, what can pile number 2 expect this week? Okay, look at this. 3 of Wands, looking out in the horizons and seeing what's out there for you. Look at that. Doesn't she cute with her binoculars? She's so trippy. I love it. You're looking back and seeing what's coming to you and what you can create too. I feel like some of you might actually be putting things out there this week. You might actually get empowered, gain that courage, and put out something completely new, or start to really take tangible steps. Hello, Nat. We had a little, I don't know if you could see it on the camera, but there's a little gnat flying around. What do you expect this week? Whoopie daisy. Oh, we have the Hierophant. And we have the 6 of Cups here. So, okay. Now, I have a few messages here, depending, because of course different people are watching. For those of you that are in marriages, you might be trying to reconnect with your spouse this week, or sort of renew things a little bit. For others of you, though, I do get the sense here with the 6 of Cups is perhaps there are some childhood dreams that you're, or something that you've wanted for a long time that could be kind of popping up here. With the Hierophant, you might sometimes feel like you have to stay within the lines, or you can't really revisit these things, or you can't really go that place or do that thing or have that thing. Some of you as well, yeah, you might just be like, there might be a need to kind of color out of the line, get out of the lines, color out of the lines, as they say, this week. To take charge here with courage and bravery here with the Ace of Swords, to be truthful and honest with yourself and other people as well. So you might have a chance this week to stand up for yourself in some way. Even it doesn't have to be aggressive. It could just be taking an action that says, this is me, in some kind of way. It might be getting those words out on the page again. It might be saying something. It might be, having a new thought come in too, that kind of breaks you free from old traditions as well. Pile number 2. Ooh, look at that, the Magician. So you have a lot more power than you might realize. And this week I feel like you are manifesting monster. A cute monster though. With the Magician, I would definitely suggest for you guys, use this new moon as an opportunity to manifest. Okay? And definitely write that list out and light a candle up. Ooh, we have the 7 of Swords. So yeah, some of you might have been sneaking around, or feeling like you have to not be authentic all the time. And this could be in so many different aspects of your life, so apply it as you need. Think about places in your life where you haven't been being able to feel up front. The 7 of Swords doesn't always have to be like a mean, sneaky, deceptive energy. Sometimes it can just be about that being self-protective and being a little bit worried about, sharing too much. So again, don't let fear rule you. Stand up for yourself. And understand too that if certain situations aren't serving you, you can always, leave them. Even if you have to leave some of it behind, a piece of yourself. Yeah, this tried to come out actually earlier, the 5 of Swords. So that's interesting. There could be some conflict in your life that you're avoiding. Maybe you're afraid of looking foolish or hurting somebody by making this choice. Okay, maybe you're worried that, like, for instance, someone might be disappointed in you in some way. So it definitely, I feel like there's a need to be honest, though, because otherwise you're just living this life where you're somebody else's, toy in some way, or not toy that they do it on purpose, but you know what I mean? Then you're just letting somebody else control your life, not your own self. So again, even if you feel like it might disappoint someone, you need to be authentic at the end of the day. And like I said, this is going to, of course, resonate probably differently with different people. It depends on kind of what you're going through. So let's get some messages here. I'm going to get some fortune cookies, actually, for you guys. I took Secret Garden cards for the last group. I'm going to take fortune cookies for you guys. Here's pile number 2. Need to know this week. Manifestations. Oh, look, see? A bountiful time awaits you. Your wishes can manifest right before your eyes. Wow, look at that. And we have wisdom. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person which will allow you to move on. For some of you with that Hierophant and the Six of Cups, you might have an older person who has some wise words for you this week. Pay attention. And it doesn't have to be like a family member. It could just be like maybe you know, come across somebody on YouTube that's older. Or, you know, there's some kind of person that you've been, you know, come across, a quote or something that really applies to your situation or whatever you're going through in your life. Let's get one more. There we go. Reflection. Friendships in your life may come to an end. Others could blossom and become stronger. So for some of you, this might be about friendship or friends in your life. Maybe you're afraid to disappoint somebody. And, but you just know that if that's happening for you, you know, there are new ones coming in that will be even stronger friends. I like this. I like that. I'm glad I took those cards. I'm so excited. Okay. So, let's get some charms. So, let's pull out the little charm chest. Okay, we have Belle again. That came out in pile. Man, we've got some of the same ones coming out as the first pile. We've got a message in a bottle. It also could actually be a treasure map as well in a bottle. So again, you might have this treasure map inside of you that you want to follow. We've got Cancer. Cancer vibes coming out. Let's see. Oh, we also have the moon. Manifested the moon is what I'm getting here. Peaceful. I always think of this blue mushroom and I think of peace and tranquility. That's just the first thing that comes to my mind. Again, removing toxins, perhaps. There we go. We have being flexible with the starfish. Soaking up the sun. Soaking up some positivity, perhaps, is something you need to do. We also have Virgo. And we have Cancer. So home life and everyday life, work life, health, home, family, stuff like that. We have a, you know, it seems like there's a focus on the everyday routine. There's a focus on home this week. We also have Jack. So Jack is all about, you know, getting what he wants. He wants to make the Christmas town or whatever it is. And so he's kind of going after his dream. So maybe there's a little bit of, he doesn't even care what he does to get it. Okay, I love you to the moon and back. Live, laugh, and love. We have as well the Pegasus. So Pegasus always remind me of magical, you know, magic and but also freedom. I see two things. I always think of wings and I think of freedoms. Like freedoms. Wow, freedom. Sorry. And going after it. Look at this. This eagle looks like it's going after what it wants. We have a heart. And so love might be, you know, something here. Doing what you love. Spending times with the ones you love. There might be some things that are revealed to you this week here with the message. You might have some good conversations, perhaps as well with that treasure map as well. It could be that, you know, you're just kind of unlocking the treasure map of your own life. We have strawberry. So sweetness, I think of sweetness when I think of strawberries. Summer, I think of summer. Enjoying summer. What else do I think of when I think of strawberries? Waiting for something to ripen. And then we have the star from Mario. This tells me that you are more invincible than you might understand. And as well, chances. lots of different chances coming up with the Mario, the green mushroom, because that's all about getting another life in Super Mario. So, you know, extra lives and having more chances. So again, there might be the chance, you know, you have these opportunities to take new chances to do things a little bit differently, or to break away in some way and try something different. And we have Belle. So with Belle, I always just think of someone who's very independent, who's very authentic, who does what she wants despite what other people think. You know, she goes around town and she doesn't care that everyone thinks she's a weirdo. And maybe that's some energy that you need to do, you know, if you're worried about what other people might think, you know, in terms of what you want to accomplish. So that is the messages. Those are the messages, sorry. Those are the messages I have for you this week, guys. And I really do hope that they provide you some insight into your week ahead. I'm excited to hear about how your week goes in the comments. Let me know. And take care of yourselves, okay? Lots of love. Bye-bye. Hi guys, so if you chose pile number 3 with the Lepidolite, this is your reading. So let's see what you can expect in the week ahead. Now, let's see. We've got the Silver Moon Witch. Definitely, okay, now there are a few things here. I definitely feel like you guys are meant to work with the moon cycles. So we are having a new moon this week. So on Monday, I think it is the 20th, and it's going to be in Cancer. So for those of you too with Cancer somewhere strong in your chart, this would be, and that would be, you know, like on an angle, or, you know, with a personal planet in Cancer. I definitely feel like this might be particularly strong for you, in order, because I've noticed even myself doing my own manifestation lists. I do them every, you know, new moon and full moon, and I've noticed that whenever the new moon or the full moon is in a placement that's strong in my chart, like my rising, or, you know, conjunct like a, you know, planet in particular, I find, or in an angle as well, because even Scorpio full moons, I will have very strong results, because I have that down in my 4th house, which is an angular house, and I also have Pluto there and Saturn. But I've noticed like much greater results and very quick sometimes, especially when it's on your ascendant. So if you guys have a Cancer ascendant, I would definitely encourage you, please write down those lists, make a little ritual for yourself, light a candle, take some time. It doesn't have to be fancy. Write down those things that you want to accomplish, you know, what the things that you want. Okay? Now, as well with the Silver Moon Witch, I'm going to read from the guidebook a little bit here. It says, the feminine moon witch, the mistress of women, turns the time of tide in your favor. The next new or full silver moon will reveal your progress. So again, you might see some progress this week, in terms of where you've been, and what you've kind of been putting into your life. You might start to see some things kind of shuffling out, you know, falling out, in terms of what you've been putting out. A full moon magnetizes water into waves, so choose your moment to question whether you're swimming with the tide. Happy days will arrive spontaneously. Like the rhythmic moon, increase is followed by a decrease in a never-ending cycle. So there might be some increases in certain things this week, decreases in other things. You might notice that energy a little bit. I find that it's very interesting because of the rest of the cards, but let's pull the rest of them out. So we've got manage to be glad, create your own happiness regardless of conditions. This does tell me that for some of you, you might feel like certain things in your life are decreasing, or that certain things aren't going your way. You might feel like you're working against the tide in some way, you know, like swimming against it. I feel like Spirit's calling you to try to find happiness in the moments, because they feel like you're going to have spontaneous moments of happiness, and you need to treasure those, okay? And just to focus, maybe some of you are in a little bit of a negative place, I'll be honest. Not necessarily, but you might have had some recent experiences that have kind of made you feel like not so great. Because we do have Black Moon Lilith, mystery. Now, it's interesting that came out because of this card as well. There's a very similar energy here. And I'm going to pull out the rest of the cards, and then I'm going to go back to this. We also have raindrops, so take a chance on them. So there might be someone to take a chance on this week. This might be in general about healing relationships, or your attitude towards relationships as well. We have clarity. And then we have as well the Ace of Swords. It goes very well with clarity, actually. And 8 of Swords. So where you were once trapped, I feel like there's some kind of information coming in. I feel like there's some intuition, intuitive messages that are coming directly to your mind this week. Watch out for words being said, like signs. Like maybe you slip a word out, or somebody slips a word out and it somehow applies. Just pay attention to little synchronicities. Now with the Black Moon Lilith. Now, I will say something about this. Okay, so it says it's time to be careful. Think of what might manifest over anger, bitterness, or revenge. What you have worked so hard for may collapse, okay? Now, I would say that there are two stories. For some of you, you might be feeling angry or bitter over something. You might be wanting to get revenge in some way for some of you, okay? That's a possibility. There is a dark side to Black Moon Lilith, okay? And for some of you, it might be that you're feeling a little bit dark this week, or you might be feeling angry about a certain situation in your life. I'm really feeling that you should try not to focus on that as much. I feel like clarity's coming. Now, that's a small message for some of you, and that's not going to resonate for everybody. Now, for others of you, Black Moon Lilith can mean this. It says you have a feeling you are waiting for something to happen, but you don't have the entire information, so the facts are hidden or mysterious. Something stalks, you feel it. But Lilith is sharp. She knows, she senses, she processes what is there. Because Lilith feels slighted, she can represent a formidable foe or dangerous enemy. Through Lilith, we discover creativity and beauty that can exist in the darkness, as long as we keep our own demons in check and under our rule. I feel like some of you do have some personal demons that you're fighting. The Eight of Swords talks about trapped energy, and sometimes this can be our own personal. It can be bitterness against our own selves. It can be revenge against our own selves. Sometimes we're punishing ourselves for stuff that, I just see that you guys are going to have some kind of breakthrough in terms of this. Something that's been a mystery in your life is going to kind of have some illumination on it. You're going to have some insight. There's going to be some kind of sign. There's going to be something popping up this week. And of course, this is a general reading, so I don't want to necessarily make too many predictions here, but there's something shadowy and something unknown. But I do feel like for a lot of you, this is your own self. I don't really think that you should expect outside forces to be a part of this. Of course, for some of you, there might be some people. For some of you, there might be a person in your life and you're scared. You have fears from previous relationships or friendships or connections. And Spirit's asking you to take a chance on someone this week, to open up. In fact, this card, let's look at it. It says, If anyone has a reason to keep their guard up, it's you. People have been known to mistreat you, and like any rational person, you finally got tired of it, went back inside, locked the door. But you weren't supposed to stay out in the rain forever. No matter how terrifying the prospect may seem, you need to put yourself out there again. Whoever it is you're thinking of, they can be trusted to walk with you through the storm. So again, you might have a very loyal person in your life right now, and you're a little bit scared. So you might be needing to open up your heart a little bit more. You might get some insight or some kind of message that maybe helps bring some clarity to that type of situation this week. As well, again, it might be saying to put yourself out there in terms of meeting new people as well, especially if you've been hanging on to any kind of heartbreak. Don't let, past events kind of shape how you're behaving towards other people or new opportunities. It's more about new opportunities. And I'm not saying that you guys are being like snappy bitches or anything like that are like mean or something like that. It's just that I feel like there's some pain here and some wariness that might have come from previous situations. And I don't know, there's just some kind of clarity that's coming in. I would definitely, like I said, work with the moon. Especially since we have Black Moon Lilith. I don't know, the moon imagery, that's kind of showing up here. Let's see. Those are just pile number 3. Holy smokes. Wisdom. Okay, we've got burnout. I see that one flipped over right side up. So it says your hard work will see results, but your health needs to be maintained. So check in with your doctor, dentist, and health professional and try to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Some of you might be dealing with some kind of burnout right now. Maybe you guys will get some clarity about how to go forward. Maybe you don't know how to deal with it. And of course, these are specific messages, so they may not resonate with everyone. Wisdom. The focus on the past is to lose the future. Oh, to focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person which will allow you to move on. So again, not letting past dictate who you are right now and your future possibilities, okay? Taking a chance is something that you need to start doing again for some of you. And you might have an opportunity this week to do that, or find some kind of wisdom in regards to it. We have communication. A reunion could bring love or a rekindling of friendships. A lucky win seems likely. So some of you might be extra lucky this week. Again, there could be some kind of reunion for you guys. So you're going to have to let me know what happens there if you guys have a reunion with somebody. And then we have major life change. Time is right for major life changes, as a new lifestyle or vacation brings great joy and a trouble-free existence. Okay, so some of you might be going through a major life shift right now. And that could be where some of these fears are coming, because you're scared to move forward in some way. There's ravens outside that are just going nuts, or crows or whatever. So that might mean something to somebody. So yeah, I see a lot of changes going on for you. Of course, these might be, subtle this week, but I feel like you're going through them. And I do feel like there's just someone in your midst that has good intentions. For some of you, there might be a reunion. Okay, let's get some charms. Whoop. There we go. What is this? Oh, this cute little face. This almost reminds me of, oh gosh, Fraggle Rock, like those little bulldozer guys. Doesn't it? I know that's not what it is, but wait, can you see it? No. Dang it. Oh, I used to love that cartoon when I was a kid. It just reminds me of I think they remade that. Anyways, if I remember correctly, I think my daughter watched it at some point. Anyways, we have the Arthur frustrated fist. So there might be some frustrations. This might be coming in where you've been frustrated with life a little bit. Maybe things haven't been going very well. You might be kind of frustrated, I get here. We have the key with the heart. Let's see, what else here? We have I love you. So you have people around that care about you a lot. Focus on those people. I love you to the moon and back. Yeah, you have some very supportive, caring people. You're always in my heart to focus on in your life. And we have I can. So don't get in these like defeating moods. Understand that you can. Look at Cinderella here. Cinderella could talk about that maybe some of you feel like you're being overworked or underpaid or not appreciated. There could be, for some of you might get a little bit of a miracle this week, or a little manifestation, something good coming in as well, I want to say. But also, a dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. Love that song. Manifest is important. We have Libra. So Libra is here. Some of you might be Libra. Some of you might be worried about fairness and justice. Partnership might be coming up for you. Individual relationships. For some of you, there's, we have a key in a heart. So there's some kind of unlocking the key to your heart in some way. You might have a lock on your heart a little bit, and you need to discover that key again to unlock it in some ways. You might be very protective of your heart at this time. We have love and be loved. So again, showing love to others and then being loved in return. We've got happy. So there might be a celebration. This has some cake on it, so it does make me think of like a happy birthday. Maybe someone's having a birthday, or there's just some happy moments again, like it had mentioned, like some happy moments coming. We have this charm with shells on it. So, shells can represent, I don't know. Shells kind of represent, I don't know. I always think too about myself, like just in my own thing. I always would hold the shells up to my ear and hear that sound, and it's like it's there even if you can't see it. So again, there might be some mystery there. I don't know. That's kind of how I'm relating it this week. And with the moon, I feel like there's a lot of intuition to tap into here. Work on your crown chakra, maybe, as well. Do some work on that. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you guys that chose pile number 3. I really hope that this gives you some insight into your week ahead. And I'm sending you lots of blessings, lots of love, and take care of yourself, okay? Bye-bye. Hey guys, so if you chose pile number 4 with the Rose Aura Quartz, this is your reading. So let's see what's coming up for you this week. The new moon wish. Oh my gosh, like everybody's getting something that really reminds you of the moon. So we are having a new moon in Cancer this week, on Monday, and the energy will still be ripe after that. So if because I'll post this on Monday, so it's going to be the day of. I would encourage you, even if it's you don't do it right away, use this week to try to manifest, especially because we don't have any eclipses or anything this time going on. So, because some people have superstitions about that. This is just a regular old one. Now, I would say that I know that I was, advised by some people I watch not to start anything too new this time, especially if it's in relation to where the new moon falls in your house. So look at where Cancer is in your house. I just feel led to say this, so I'm going to say it. Just be careful if maybe wait it out on putting anything into action this week that is related to where the new moon falls in your chart. So just because there's an opposition from Saturn to this new moon. I know that much. I don't remember all the details, but I don't know what degree it's at. I can't remember, but check that out. We also have messages for a rabbit, service to the animal world. So animals might be important to you this week. I do wonder if you guys are getting a lot of animal messages, seeing a lot of animals this week. Maybe some wild animals, or there's a certain bird that kind of pops out, or there's just little messages from animals. Hey, if you see an animal, DM me, because guess what? Sherry got me the Animal Spirit Guide book, and I have like every dang animal in the world in here, so DM me if you see an animal and you want to know what it means. I'm prepared to tell you. Okay. We have the 6th house routine, so you could be focusing on your health. Interestingly enough, animals are in the 6th house. So some of you might be dealing with a pet this week or something, or maybe you're thinking about getting one, or there's just something about animals. So let me know how that resonates with you guys as the week progresses. 6th house, again, routine. So this is about, kind of, you might be focusing on a daily routine. You might be trying to establish a new diet or exercise regime. You could be just going to work. It might just be that this is an uneventful week with a lot of work. You might be trying to train a pet for some of you, like potty train, house break. We do have as well, there's something about work though, perhaps our everyday life. We have witch, justice is coming. So it seems to me, and this is funny because look what else came out. Justice. So there's definitely some justice going around this week. And I do want to say here, I pulled some tarot cards for you. We have the Queen of Swords, the Lovers, and the Queen of Cups. I feel that some of you are going to have a choice this week in which you can be a mega bitch or you can be a kind and loving soul. And it's up to you on how you choose to, put out that energy. But I feel this strongly that a lot of you are going to have something. It could be that somebody's coming back around and you want to tell them off. There might be, just remember that, with justice, what goes around comes around. So make sure that you're treating people how you want to be treated. And that, sometimes justice will come and get them, without your help. Sometimes it's better just to let go and let that go and just not focus on it too much. So that might be a specific message for some of you. And this could, be, of course, in regards, with the Lovers, I know automatically our minds go to love. It doesn't have to be about love, though. It could just be in your workplace. It could be, but again, for some of you, there may need to be you may need to stand up for yourself in a situation as well. But do so in a loving and kind way. Try not to let sharpness, come off your tongue. Don't try to speak with empathy, and but not as well make sure there's that balance between, the swords and the cups. Emotion, but also logic and straightforward honesty. So there's just a balance here, okay? So let's see what else you can expect. Declutter. Declutter your life. Let go of correspondences, objects, and people you no longer want. Someone will hurt your feelings and reveal a new side of themselves that you may wish to avoid. That's interesting. So some of you, there might be somebody this week that does hurt your feelings a little bit. And it might be that you have a choice in the reaction. How are you going to act, in this situation? For some of you, if you know that you have somebody with that potential there, intuitively, like you know this person's not nice, maybe avoid them this week as much as possible. As well with the sixth house and the declutter your life, again, it might be like cleaning up your life, your everyday life, and just trying to like organize, wash those bed sheets, file those things that you need to file, or, there might be just a need to donate that stuff that you don't need. And this could be cutting off people too. So for some of you, we have love. Love is in the air, a great time for commitment and taking relationships to the next level. So some of you might be working on your love life this week, and maybe getting to know somebody. Maybe even for some of you, there could be a commitment. And intuition. Trust your intuition. It's a great time to learn a new skill, change careers, or invest money. So some of you with that sixth house may be looking at new jobs or new opportunities in terms of what you're doing for money. As well, there might be ways into saving money, by the way. Maybe earning some money from things that you don't need. Maybe you have some stuff around the house that you could sell or get rid of or something like that. I also see here that your intuition is high here with the Queen of Cups. So again, when it comes to that, possibility of someone hurting your feelings, maybe some of you might already know intuitively when I say that, who that might be. You may wish to avoid this person. Or, if it happens, cut them out gently, and choose yourself. Let's see, one more, please. For those that chose pile number 4. Oh, there we go. Burnout. Your hard work will see results, but your health needs to be maintained. So check in with your doctor, dentist, and health professional and try to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Health may be big for some of you with the sixth house. There may be a need to take a break. Some of you might be overworking yourself. Again, there might be some doctor appointments, dentist appointments. If you've been putting it off, schedule it, okay? I've been really strong. I've been going to the dentist. My worst fear, the last dentist appointment I had, some of you might know that follow me on Instagram and talk to me, know that there were tears streaming down my face. My earbuds got wet because so many tears. And I'm very scared. But you know what? Sometimes we just got to take charge and do those things. We got to do the things that aren't fun. Check ourselves out. Take care of ourselves. So some of you might think about that, if you can schedule those appointments or something. It might be the week to do it. I'm going to get, I wanted to get a chakra card for you guys. I didn't do it for the other piles. I don't know why. I always do more for you guys that choose pile number 4. Oftentimes. Let's see here. Let's get some messages for those that chose pile number 4 for the week ahead. Letting go. Letting go is not giving up. Sometimes it's the first step towards success. Sacral chakra. So carnelian. Carnelian might be a gemstone to hold on to this week. And again, there's this message here about letting go. So there might be certain things that you need to let go of. If there has been injustice in your life, you might need to let go of it. You might need to just cut the ties and choose, to love yourself in some ways, okay? And understand that justice will get them all on their own. We have self-love. You can only love others as much as you love yourself. So the heart chakra, rose quartz. And that's your stone. So some of you really need to practice on self-love, especially with the sixth house. Maybe self-love is, taking yourself to the doctor or, spending some extra time on yourself each and every day, making yourself part of your routine, not neglecting yourself, taking each day to do meditation or watch something or do something that makes you happy and focuses on yourself. Oneness. You're part of the universe and always will be. Crown chakra. What is this? Ternulated quartz. Sorry, I couldn't read that. It's kind of... Oh, my ear's ringing. Okay. So know that you're meant to be part of this universe if you guys are feeling discouraged at all. You might be getting a lot of intuitive messages as well. And foundation. Foundation is what the castle of your soul is built upon. And sixth house is, maybe for some of you, there's like changes that need to happen in the foundations of your life. You might be thinking about, new routines or something like that. The way that you kind of structure your life in some way. That might be something to focus on this week. I wanted to read this new moon, the New Moon Witch book. I wanted to see what, that card, sorry. But honestly, these cards are, I love this deck. The cards are a little bit annoying to find. they're not really like labeled properly. There we go. The new moon witch brings fresh opportunities and the expansion of present prosperity and luck. Your chosen course of action for future accomplishments becomes increasingly bright and clear. Good forces and disagreements. Yeah, so if there have been some kind of disagreements, end them in a nice way. Positive action you take brings positive results. You may begin a new relationship or venture. Now, well, that's kind of vengeful. Well, here is a to return misfortune to the sender. I'll just put that up there. I'm not responsible if you do it. You can pause it if you want and look at it. But so some of you might be starting something new as well. But we also have this message here, and it says positive action you take brings positive results. So remember, putting positive actions out there is important this week because you're going to get positive results back. So put things out there with a good heart. A kind heart, even if there are moments where you might feel like, not being kind or, kind of annoyed or something like that. Just put out that positive energy. So, but again, don't be a pushover. There's a balance. There's a balance. Okay, so we're going to get some charms for you guys. Holy smokes. There we go. Oops. Oh my gosh, I need to move that. Okay, there we go. So we've got Libra. We've got some tulips here. We've got a shell. Weakness is a choice. 2 hearts. Ooh, a high heel. We have some of them coming out from the last pile, actually. I wonder if some of you chose pile number 3. So Libra, cooperation, justice again is being highlighted here. Some of you might receive actually some kind of justice this week or in your life. You might see some justice being served, possibly. This could be more balanced relationships as well, finding balance in relationships. Some of you might be coming together with somebody in a commitment, actually, for sure. Here with there could be a renewal or just working on a current commitment with the 2 hearts joined. There we have Gemini as well. So there's communication here. Neighbors could come into play. Relatives as well. Siblings. Some of you might be talking to a sibling or working something out with a sibling. That's for some of you. We have Cinderella. So again, with the 6th house, you might feel a little bit overworked this week. But also think about Cinderella in the animal message. Animal guides. She has so many different animals that are around her. So you guys might be drawing animals in. Or there's something about animals coming up strongly. We also have a cat. So, kitty cat. So you might have a cat or want to get a cat. Or you might be seeing a lot of cats. We have this. So again, worrying about your health. You guys might need to be taking care of your health. Thinking about it for some of you if that's a message that resonates. Others of you, it's just about having a healthy attitude, not letting toxic people run you over, and that type of stuff. We have the message of the star. I notice this all week, like all the piles for the week are getting the star. And it's, talking about being invincible, understanding that you're pretty powerful. Let's see what else we got. We got this mushroom. This one reminds me of tranquility and peace. So again, this might be an opportunity to choose peace, to find peace and relaxation. And we have the key and the heart. I love this charm. I'm so glad Cameron got me these charms because I really, really like this one. And this is a new one. So unlocking the key to the heart. So there's something about love this week, I feel like. Maybe you guys are encountering someone who has the key to your heart. Or you might be unlocking the key to your heart in some way. We also have kind, free, true, peace, brave, strong, happy, thankful, compassionate. So again, embody these characteristics. Treat people with love. Treat people how you want to be treated. And again, but also choose to be this to yourself. So again, not allowing anybody to come in that's going to really do that. When I think of high heels, I always just think of power and mean in business. So again, some of you might be meaning business this week. You need to you know, do that. Maybe some of you need to buy new shoes. And we have weakness as a choice. So again, choose to be strong if you can. You know, as much as possible, choose courage and choose strength. So with that being said, guys, that's your week ahead. Let me know how it resonates. Tell me if you like this type of video. I would appreciate it, you know, so I know whether I should continue doing this more often or something. But wishing you all the very best. Lots of blessings for the week ahead and lots of love. Bye-bye.